Alrighty guys, this is going to be the new project I'm coming on here now. I got a Fecon mower head here, and we got to wind up putting some bearings down inside here. The other day when I was using it, I could see smoke coming up out of here when I was mowing. So I was like, well, that bearing is going to be failing soon. So went on ahead and got in here in the shop. This is the, like I said, guys, I started piling stuff in here now. And I got my wood stove in there, got the crew cab, got the 59 crew cab, got it sitting over there, and got the stove going. But other than that there, move this dirt bike here out of the way. Said that right there. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna do some work on this here. I got a couple teeth I gotta do. I need to do some hard servicing on the bottom of this, but I gotta get these plates off and get the bearings out of these. When I used to work over at Grasshopper, I used to put bearings in theirs all the time. They didn't have Fecons over there. They had AFE heads and they had Rayco heads and stuff like that there. But basically, it's going to be about the same thing to do on out there. I got to get the side covers here off. This mower here only has one motor on this one. I almost believe it's on this side, if I ain't mistaken. The pump's on this side, and there's nothing on this side. But this machine is set up to where you can run two different motors on this machine. You can have a motor on this side and a motor on this side here. Give it a hell of a lot more power, if you ask me. But for what we do, it does do pretty good. I'm on the verge of making me some kind of gate on this thing, because the other day I was mowing over there around a bunch of houses and stuff, and it throws shit everywhere. So I think I'm going to make me some kind of gate for this, to where if I'm mowing around houses and stuff, I can take and I can shut the gate on this, and I can mow, and I ain't got to worry about it. That's what this here is for. This here is for a cylinder that goes to right here. If I ain't mistaken, I can bet you anything that the guy that we bought this from, they made this piece here in the middle, put this reach thing on there. But I'm telling you, I bet you more than anything, this bitch had a cylinder on it, and I guarantee they took it off because he didn't need it. But anyways, I might try to get a hold of Fecon and see if Fecon will sell me that there, you know. But if they won't sell it to me, then if they won't sell it to me, then I'll just have to wind up making one. So I'm gonna go ahead now and get this here off of here. I don't even think this, guys, I don't know what size mower head this one here is. I don't even know if it even has a damn serial number tag on this. It might be down inside there. I don't really. Usually they're in here. They're on the head here. I know that there, but that could be for the drum. Is what that there could be for. But other than that there, I'll get her tore apart here, get this side piece here off, and get down and look down inside there and see what kind of damage we got in there. All right, guys, let's go ahead and take this. I got all the bolts out here now. We're going to take it off here. See if we can get it up and out of here. I know it's stuck down in the damn dirt there. Oh, let's see here. I don't know why that son of a bitch ain't trying to come up out of there. I know there ain't no other boats in there. There's nothing in there. Let's see if I can set y'all like that on the side there, but this shit, I think it's just froze up in there. There it goes. I was gonna say, I know there ain't no other damn boats in there. Okay, here we go. All right, guys, you can see here now. I should have got my light. Here's the bearing here, and like I said, there you can put another belt on this, and I'm not saying that I ain't saying that it didn't come out with, you know, two motors on this thing. I don't really know. I just know that so much has got plenty enough power for having just one engine, or one motor. So you just bolt your other motor in here, and you come over here and you'll put your pulley on here. We gotta get the grease fitting and all that stuff there off, but it does have a pretty good amount of play in it. You can take this wheel here and you can kind of like move the wheel up and down a little bit. Let's see if I can find one of my bars. I think one of the bars are in the truck, if I ain't mistaken. But yeah, we'll get the grease line here off. Like I said, it's got plenty of grease in there. It's just the just the bearing on it's just plumb shot. Matt, he said the guy told him that he put brand new bearings in it before he sold it to us, and he may well have. Hell, who knows? I know out there at Grass Hour we put bearings in them there all the time. It seems like we's always putting bearings in them. It's got a bunch of grease down there, so can't say that it ain't been getting greased real good. So I'll get this. Let me find my light. It was over on that table. Anyways, let me get my light so I can show you what's going on. Then we'll see about getting this bearing. We'll get this cap off first, and once we get the cap off, then we can take the piece off there for the bearing sits inside there. All right, guys. Then took all the bolts here out, and like I said, where these two little screw-in things, you screw these back into that there, and then you start walking this thing here on off. Just go a little bit on each side. Right there she went. And how it fell down, guys, that's because it fell down because it's down inside the thing here. We take the jack here and we can jack this up a little bit. This thing don't rock back on us. I think we got it right there. All right, and then like I said, oh, there she went. I knew she was gonna fall back, but like I said, guys, there ain't no bearings left in that. It's plumb gone. And then also, guys, what you'll get is you'll get down inside here, down inside there is what you'll get. You'll get wire in there and all kinds of other stuff. But if you want to take the drum out of this, what you do is that there's just a spacer piece that goes in there and that holds that up in there. But anyways, what you do is you take each one of those Allen heads out. The spline, this spindle here will come off, and you do it on this side, and then on that side over there. Or by verse, whichever one you want to do. You can either take this shaft off and then pull it out that way, or you can take both shafts off and roll it out. It's totally up to you on whichever way you want to do it, but you just spin this around here, take that shaft there off, and that's what these little holes are here for. They're the same thing as what I did there. You screw them in there and it'll push that shaft right off of there. So we got this side here off now. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go on the other side now and start worrying about taking that off. But as you can see here how this has got a Carter key cut in and stuff. And like I said, guys, that's just if you want to put dual motors on this. I don't know why they only come out with one motor, and this machine could have come out with two motors. Don't really know right offhand, but I do know that, like I said, it's only got one motor on it now. And the guy we got from said it only had one motor on it. He bought it new like that. Like I said, I don't work on too many of these Fecon heads. I worked on a lot of the AFEs, and I know on the AFEs they do got two motors on them for sure. So we'll get it set up over here. We're going to start taking this other side here off, and we get the other side here taken off. We'll take in we'll start taking the belts and getting all the tensioners and all that stuff off on that side. All right, guys, and then got the bolts up on this side here. We're going to go ahead and try to see if we can't wiggle this one here off and get it up and out there like the other one. They get so packed in there with all that damn mud, guys. It's just so hard to get it. Now, like I said, I've taken this side here off before, and I can't remember exactly. I think I had to wind up putting a new piece on this one because it wound up cracking on one of these. That belt there, it's loose as shit. Let's go ahead here now and we'll look down inside this one here. Yeah, that old belt there, she's loose. Really loose. It needs to be way tighter than that for sure. No wonder when I was running I heard her squealing. But on these right here, I'm trying to think here. Was it this one? Yeah. On this one right here, on this taper lock, it wound up was cracked. And I put it back together, and so happily it's, knock on wood, guys, it's been staying together here pretty good. To undo the belt, we'll show you down inside there in a second what we got to do on that there. But we won't have to wind up pulling this pulley off. We'll have to wind up pulling this pulley off. And I will show you exactly how to do it. Somebody has to put a lot of Loctite on, anti-seize on there, so that's a good thing. And we'll wind up pulling this thing here all apart and We'll probably clean all this damn debris out of here and stuff. That damn belt there, it's seen better days. It's got a hell of a gash in it right there, so I'm sure he'll wind up wanting to, he might want to wind up redoing it. Who knows? He might not want to. It's just all on what he wants to do there. We'll go ahead here now and start taking this here all out, these bolts here off. Yeah, there we go. Alrighty guys, so I'm gonna show you down inside here, this housing here. I did put this brand new motor on here a while back ago. What happened was the one we had on there, it wound up getting a crack in it. And when it wound up getting a crack in it, we got one here that's leaking here. Line there's leaking a little bit on that there. But I did have to put this brand new pump in there because the pump that was on it, it wound up blowing the I think it wound up blowing the seal or something out of it. I can't exactly remember now. But this one here's got a case drain on this here, and it's got a blow off valve. That's what this, I'm almost certain that's what this right here is. If it builds a lot of pressure to blow it off, because back in the old ones, what they would do is the one we had before didn't have a pressure valve on there. So whenever, if one of those lines right there, one of these lines here come off, it have so much pressure, and the pressure would have nowhere to go, it cracked the pump. And that's what happened on the other one there, is the other one, the pump got cracked on it on. Let's go ahead now, let's take it and sit y'all right up in here like this, guys. I'm going to take this one off here as well. They talk about getting another mower, but I don't know if they're going to or not. I mean, this has been a good one. I can't complain with it. I mean, it has. I've hit some pretty hard shit with this one right here. I was over mowing at the railroad tracks before, and I wound up hitting a damn. Or I didn't. I take it back. I wasn't running my brother. He was the one who was running them. We wound up hitting a fucking train track piece, and I'm here now. I thought for sure it was gonna bust the fucking thing off, but it didn't. But it didn't. So now we get down inside here, and you can see here, guys, I'll show you real quick on this one here. This here is where everything's at right here. We're going to clean all this out because it is leaking. It is leaking down in here somewhere here. Just be careful, guys, when you're messing with all this debris in here, because I'm telling you, there'll be a fucking thorns in here and everything else. And I'm telling you right now, they'll poke the shit out of you, and you'll be screaming like I usually do. But anyways, you got the two main lines there, and you got these two lines here that's coming off of here. And that's just where the stuff there is. I'm not really sure how they got this here plumbed. If you was to put two extra lines on there, I don't know how you would. I don't really know how you would, plumb that in there. I don't know if two lines would come in on the front side there or not. So, anyways, but this here's where you would put that at. And if this is all right here, you would have this piece over here. But you see what I'm saying, guys? This here has a welded place right here for a tensioner. This side over here, look, it doesn't have one. But if you wanted to put two motors on this, you would have to weld that tensioner in there. You'd have to buy that piece or make it, which I would probably just make it. But you got like this extra groove right here. That's what that groove is for. That groove is this groove right here. And they put a cover right here like this to make this to where it don't, to make it to where dirt don't get in here. But you look at all the sticks and stuff that does get in here, and this thing's got covers on it. It's got everything on there. So we'll wind up, like I said, guys, we're gonna clean all this debris out of here, get all this shit out of there, and wind up, like I said, wind up cleaning every bit of this stuff off. So let me get started here on loosening this boat down here. I'm gonna loosen these bolts down here. Get the motor, get the pump air loosened so I can slide this here forward. And once I slide this here forward, get the belt off, and then I'll show you how to start taking all this stuff here off, and we'll see about getting the drum and all that, not the drum out. We'll see about getting this pulley off and making it to where we can get this other bearing and stuff over, because it would be stupid to replace that bearing and not this bearing, and they just don't make no sense to me. I know some people, they'll do stuff like that there, but I just don't do half-ass work, so we're gonna replace both of them. So let me get my impact over here and we'll start taking this apart. Alrighty guys, I had to wind up going out there to my service truck. I had to move the machine out of the shop because I can't get that truck there out of the way because I gotta get a key made for it tomorrow. But what you do is you take this here out in the middle here, like I was showing you guys. And I don't know if you're better off here or if you're better off here. Let me see here, maybe. Okay, there we go. Alrighty, I done took one of these little these little pieces here out. I done took one of those out, and then once you take that there out, one of them, it goes, you got one here and you got one right here. The nut piece is on the front right here. So once you take him right there out, you take this here out. And like I said, guys, the only reason it is moving is because I had already broke this free. And what I wanted to do was, I forgot to video this, but I was just trying to show you guys what you do with it. What you do is you take it out of this one, and then there's a single hole here by itself. You put that in this hole right here, just like this. And what it does is, see how it's pushing it off? That's exactly what it'll do. It'll push that off, and you just take this right here out, just like that there. And then once you get that there out, hopefully this is not, it might still be kind of hot. Hopefully not, anyways. But if it's still kind of stuck on the shaft there, you can either take and do like this here, and it'll take it off. Or you can get a chisel and put a little chisel in this right here, and that'll help spread it apart. But you got to be careful with the chisel, because with the chisel you can take and wind up cracking that. Don't ask me how I know. I've done it before. But let me grab a little screwdriver. You don't need a very big or a little bitty punch, and just get it right there, and it'll help you get that off there. So let me grab that real quick. Okay, we'll try it here with a little screwdriver first here. See if I can't get it there. See how it's separating, guys? And like I said, you don't need to separate it that much. You can pull the whole thing off, or you can just pull the thing off, but I usually just pull the whole thing off like this. That's just kind of the way I do it there. And then just pull your screwdriver. But like I said, be very careful, because if you're not careful, you will crack this. You will crack this right here all the way across there. We'll get this moved over here. Get that moved over out of the way. Go ahead and get the 1/2 inch now. I'm going to start taking this. Taking that there on your 1/2 inch wrench. Oh, see if I can hold this one maybe. Get it to break free. Get it to break free here. But I had to wind up heating that up right there with a torch, because it was just stuck on there so bad. That's so much it wasn't coming off there. You can see here at one time somebody's had it apart before many a times. I don't know if they had it apart 100 times, but they've had it apart a few times. This side over here, it has that side over there. It's done had the bearing replaced in it at one time, because this side over here is still red. If it was like that side over there, it'd be red, but the other side was black, and this side here is red. So I'd say this one here is probably the original one, or maybe not the original one, but it's definitely. But then again, he could have wound up putting this all together and wound up painting it. And I don't know. It's just hard to say, really. And you don't have stuff new, and you got to work on stuff that somebody else has had. Sometimes, guys, you just never know what you're getting yourself into. Just like I said, just kind of tap on this here. It'll start coming undone there. And get your little screwdriver here. Come on, there we go. And all this here, guys, this is kind of like a dust thing. all this here really does just hold the, it just holds the grease from coming in and out of there. This bearing over here, it really doesn't look bad, but like I said, guys, to me, it's just pointless to take and not change both bearings when I got it down. So that's what we're going to wind up changing both bearings, and we ain't got to worry about it. Oh, let me get my impact here. This side here is actually greased really good, and it's actually not bad, but it's just got a whole lot of vibration and stuff in it, so we're just gonna go ahead and replace it and just be done with it. And then, like I said, guys, you screw these down inside here just like this right here. This in here's actually coming off pretty simple, really. It's just the way that it's just the way that it's laying up inside the housing there. Just like that there. And what we'll do is we'll get our grease gun. We'll get our jack here, and I'm gonna jack it up over here, right in the middle. I can't really say in the middle. I'm gonna jack it up right here. Jack it up right here. I'll show you what I'm talking about. If the damn thing don't want to try to move on me, just like it's doing right now, it's trying to move on me. I can get this, get in there, damn it. See if that'll kind of, because it's kind of a little tight little spot there, how it kind of sits down in there, really. Just too much, maybe. I like their feel. What it is. Alright, guys. Go ahead here now and get y'all set up. Right here on the table here somewhat. I just built this table for welding and it's covered with stuff here. Here, yeah, that's what I thought it was bottoming out. Let me get. I just need 2 little pieces of wood. I'm gonna find one, so what we're gonna wind up doing is moving this panel here, and over there, and this on the ground like this, bring this little guy over here like this, and hopefully we can get this the rest of the way out, just like that. So try to get that all cleaned up. There's that piece. There's that piece. And then here's the bearings here. Be careful with these guys because these things will slide out. And here, I'll show you real quick what I'm talking about. They'll get to where, see here, guys, how they'll slide like this. And then some bitches, they're a pain to get back in there. See, like right now how it's, see how right now how I don't want to kind of go back in there, and you got to really, really work it to get it back in there. So just be careful when you're taking a mess with these. See, there he goes, and it went back in there now. This bearing here, guys, really is not that bad a shape. But then again, like I said, it's stupid. It's just plumb stupid to take and tear one side down and not tear the other side down. I just feel like if I do both bearings, then I know I've changed both bearings, and then I know about how long it's going to be before I got to replace another bearing. So that being said, let me go ahead and get this here all cleaned up. I'll take and clean that right there all up really good, and make it to where I can get the numbers off of it. And there's a place I know that I can call them, and I can get there's a bearing place, and that way there. Because usually 90% of the time you go to the dealer for these bearings, they're going to pretty much go the same exact spot I'm going to go to. More than likely, that's where they're going to go. Unless there's a, like I said, usually there's a Timken number on there. I'll get that or whatever I can get. But all these mowers, they pretty much got this same kind of design as far as that right there is. As far as the bearings go anyways. We got, like I said, got this one here knocked out. This one's all intact. We're going to clean all this mess here up, and we'll get that done. That's no big deal. If you you don't really have to take this all the way off if you want to. If you don't want to, you could leave this on there if you want, guys, but I usually just take it off because to me it makes it easier when I put it all back together. I can kind of maneuver it around, get this up in there, kind of, you know, get the bearing in there, slide it on the shaft and get over there. But you don't necessarily have to take it off. It's just, it makes it a whole lot easier to get the bearing out of there. And that's because you can see how I pulled it out and the bearing fell right out of there. You could probably, you know, find some other way you could pull it, you know, put some kind of puller on there, maybe pull it out of there. But the way that it sits up inside, there, the tolerances are so tight that I really don't think you'd be able to get it out and in there without really messing the bearing up. So we'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and end this video here now, because all I gotta do, guys, is just clean this. I'm gonna clean all this mess here up in here as best I can, and I'll probably take it out there, maybe pressure wash it with a porch or pressure wash it all, clean all that shit out of there, and see about getting the new stuff. I know if I gotta get those collars and stuff, I'll probably have to go to the dealer to get those. I think Brandeis is the dealer for Fecon around here. So I don't know anybody else, you know, y'all might have somebody different for y'all, but Brandeis is the dealer for Fecon ports as well as out there. But I'll call in tomorrow and see about what I gotta have. I know when I bought that pump on there, I should have a serial number. It could be right in here, I think, guys. Yeah, the serial number's right inside there. It's still there. So that being said, let me see if I can get my light here, and I'll tell you guys what kind of mower this is. Clean this tag here off. Okay. I know you guys ain't really gonna be able to see the model number, but it says a BH07S is what it says. What it says on here. They still got some of the tape on here from when somebody else painted the damn thing. That's like I said, well, guy we got it from, he had used it and he wound up redoing it. Well, said he redid it anyways. You guys know how that shit goes. There, like I said, Fecon there. But yeah, like I said, I'll call Brandeis tomorrow, guys, and I'll get a hold of Brandeis and see exactly what they say. I might get the bearings from them, I might get them somewhere else. It just kind of depends. But I got to really clean these parts off real good and see what these parts look like, because there should be a grease seal on the back of that right there. I don't know why I wouldn't. Every other one I've ever seen, is always had a grease seal on the back here, but then again, it could have got ate out whenever, you know, fencing or all that kind of stuff. So anyways, thanks for watching this. Thanks for watching, guys. And like I said, I'll pick back up on this when I get the new parts in. Alrighty, guys, back on this mower here. I don't know if I showed you guys how bad it was down here, but I've done cleaned all this out as best I could. But what I had to wind up doing now is pressure washing it out, pressure washing all that to kind of clean it out. And also inside here, I got to pressure wash this here out. But I wind up getting the, you can see here where I've been scraping it. I've been scraping down inside there too. But this down here, it's in pretty good shape. And like I said, I might pressure wash it, I might not, it just depends. But I definitely want to get that valve there, because if you pressure wash it, the water has really nowhere to go. There's little drain holes over there, but they always get clogged up. This is what was left of the old bearing, guys. Is right here. These SKF bearings here, these are the ones I've used in the past, and I've actually had really good luck out of them. And this is the part number here. If you want to get, you want to get the thing, it says made in Great Britain, so it's not made in China. So I mean, I ain't knocking China or nothing like that there. I just because like I said, I've got some from China, and like I said, they've been really good, and I've had some that's been really bad. I want to say it's all in the grease. On these right here, I always try to use that white lithium grease or that super tacky grease. So that usually works out pretty good for me. This here is how this thing seals. There's this little, kind of like a little, like a little seal in here. This one right here looks really good, guys. That one there does. And the other one, I was trying to beat this other one here out, and it wouldn't come out, because the other one that I did, I beat it out, and the bearing and everything just fell straight out. But I did get all these here. I've got these all cleaned up and things. And like I said, I knocked this one here out. But on this one here, guys, there's a snap ring in here. And when I took the other one apart, there was no snap ring. There was no snap ring on it. So I got to looking at it here, and this one right here has got extremely hot. And when it got extremely hot, it wound up messing this here up, because the shaft was just riding on this right here. So I had to wind up getting a new one of these. This retainer piece here, this stuff here is all fine. We don't have no problem with none of that there. That there will be good. But the first breakdown parts he sent me on the first breakdown parts he sent me on this one right here, I had to buy the whole thing. You couldn't just buy these individual pieces. And then so I called him and I ordered it. And then I got on my email and seen where the other guy, because I was dealing with a different guy, because the regular guy I deal with, he was on vacation. And I kind of need to get this done, pretty quick. But anyways, after I took and had done all that, after I called him and ordered it, I got on my phone there and I looked on my email, and he had sent me a breakdown of you can buy each individual piece. So I had to hurry up and call him back. And then when I called him back, he's like, no, I haven't replaced it yet. He kind of sounded like he was kind of annoyed about it, but it is what it is. I mean, I want to say that thing was almost $1,000 for that whole thing, and I don't need that, because I've done bought the bearings, and the only thing I needed really was just that piece on the back there. And I just need, all thing I really needed was that piece on the back, and I needed this piece right here, guys. That's really the only thing I needed. This one here is good, but when I went to beat the bearing out on the other one, that piece there, it came right out. And then that other one, I did the same thing trying to knock that out, and it wouldn't come out. That this piece here that goes on the back side, and it wouldn't come out. So I was like, what the hell? And come to find out, the reason I couldn't do it is because that one had a snap ring in there and the other one didn't. So my brother said that the guy that he bought it from probably 5 or 10 years ago, the guy said, well, we put brand new bearings on there, and it seems like it's a long time. It seems like it's a long time, but we really don't do a whole lot of mowing with this machine. We do some land clearing and stuff like that there. Most of the time we just chip it all, and if we got to mow it over, we just mow with a little bit at the end of the job there, and that's it. We try not to beat the head too hard. If you got a tree this size right here, it'll take a tree down this size. It'll take a tree down big as you want, and it will mow it up. But it's just so hard on that machine and that head, and we don't like doing that. We try to take care of it because at the end of the day, we're the ones having to pay for all this shit. It ain't some big company, and then somebody else is paying for it. We got to pay for this, so we try to take good, as best care of our equipment as we can. So anyways, I was trying to beat this here out, and I couldn't get it out because I had a snap ring in it. Well, when I beat this one out, before, this one right here, when I was able to beat it out, I could take my little, my brass chisel, and it fell right out. And that whole piece, this whole piece coming, everything I was hitting was full of grease. And like I said, guys, I haven't took too many of these Fecons, apart. I mainly deal with like AFE and Rayco and stuff like that there, because when I worked at the other place, that's just what we had. So, anyways, I'll quit rambling on about that here, and I just want to show you guys. Hopefully, the parts will be in first thing in the morning. I can go get them, and then we can start putting this mower here back together. But yeah, like I said, I gotta clean all this up. I got all the boats. I got the other boats in there. I'm cleaning them up. Clean this here up, and then hopefully the wheel will be balanced out pretty good. If it don't, then I can kind of. A guy showed me one time how to take, and you can kind of balance there. See how there's a lot of weights on. See how there's so many weights on this side, and there ain't so many on this side. That means something over here is out of whack. But when you go to welding on these, when you go to welding these back in here, you want to try to keep. You want to try to make sure you use as many rods on this one, this side, and this side here, and you want to try to make the welds look as factory as you can, like these here, because if you don't, you can put too much weld in there. And then that'll throw the balance off. But there's a company that we used to use, and what they would do is he had these kind of like weight things. It's kind of I want to say kind of, I don't know, kind of ancient the way that he did it. It seemed like, but he would just put these scales on it, and them scales would kind of weigh it. And he would have you come in here and weld a little piece of steel here, and then run it. If it got better, he'd have you weld a little bit more steel, and if that was too much, he would tell you take it off there. Just kind of like these blocks. We would just weld blocks like that there on there to kind of get it balanced out. I just don't know why there's so many weights on this side, and there's not that many on that side. There's only none over there. But as you can see here, guys here, how somebody took and cut this off before, and see how they got into that wheel. Even that little bit right there will cause this right here to be, out of whack, as I should say. See, they cut in there pretty good. A torch is, pretty much the only way you can get them out of there. But what I like to do is when the too soft air, I like to come right in here, stay out away from it for a little bit. You can either cut it off like that, and then you can come in here and cut it off like this, and then you can do some final trimming. And then get you a little die grinder in there, and you can actually smooth it out. But sometimes if you're in a pinch and you're in a hurry to get something done, doing it like that there and welding it back in there and going on about your days, kind of the best thing to do. But if I was to do this right here, which I didn't, I would have welded this up in here and then smoothed that down and then put my new piece in there. We got to beat this piece here down. We'll try to anyways. This right here, this piece here come from my brother. We was over mowing over for CSX, and he hit a fucking piece of train track, and boy, it put a big old dent. I thought it knocked the holder off there, but it didn't. But yeah, we'll get this thing here cleaned up, and once we get it cleaned up here, once we get it all cleaned up here, I'll get it all put back together, and hopefully, like I said, guys, hopefully tomorrow the bearings will be in here, or not the bearings, already got the bearings. Hopefully them other pieces will be in there, and then once them get in there, everything should be good to go, and we can get this thing back up and mowing. So, if parts come in, guys, I'll keep you updated on that, just like I said, just as soon as the parts come in. There we go. Had to get the ones that's kind of like these here, that's kind of like an angle. The straight ones there, they just wasn't doing it for me there. This here, guys, it's just a brass little punch. Help if I use something better than another chisel to hit a fucking chisel. Okay, that locked that down in there. And this here, guys, that's what it looks like down inside there with that snap ring in there. And then once we get the snap ring there, damn, that grease is everywhere. We'll go ahead and get one of these bearings in here. These bearings here, guys, they've got oil on them, but I'll show you how to prime this thing up whenever we get it to where we got to go with it. We'll get grease in there. It'll get down in there just like that. And then again, guys, just take your little brass punch. Here's what I do. and it'll bottom itself out in there. Just like that there. I don't know if you guys can see me that good or not. Let me set you up on this box here. This ain't a metal, that ain't metal, but it should let you guys stay right there. You can see what's going on. Okie dokie. Now we got that there squared away. Get that piece of there in there. This is just like a spacer. Spacer ring is all that is. And it just sits right there on the outside there. And just make sure, like I said, everything's in here how it goes. Make sure that stays down inside there just like that there. Alrighty, like I said, I'll go ahead and we'll go ahead and get ready to start moving over here to get it put down inside the housing. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and get y'all set back up here like this. We're going to go ahead and try to get this slid down here. This damn jack keeps on bleeding off here. Every damn time I get it just about right. That's right on the money right there. Oh, let's see if we can get it slid down on here. Throw a little PB blaster here, WD-40 on there. Slide that up on there just like that. Give me this. Go ahead and put this. Put that down inside there just like that. Get that like that. Make sure you get your hose here lined up how they go. There it goes. The bearing here, it's gonna try to come out on you. Don't be alarmed. It'll be fine. Like I said, we just got to tap it up on there. It's just where the shaft on there. It's just like I said, guys, on the shaft there. Like I said, we'll get it. They're always sometimes a pain to get them. A lot of the reason that this one is the way that it is just because the shaft's got wear on it, and that's really the only reason that it's kind of like it is. Like I said, that there, guys, we'll get that up on there. That's not no big deal. We just got to spin that ring. There's a ring inside here, and that ring has to be spun a little bit. See if we can get that ring to spin. And just keep your eye on your hose here. It's pretty lined up right there. Get that one in there. Get that one in there. No, sorry guys, you're in the dark here. got it spun right. Nope. Nope, not spun. Gotta take these back out. The way that it sits in there, it kind of sits in there a certain kind of way. And there's two bolts down here on the bottom. Is how it goes in there. I think it almost needs to be spun. If I ain't mistaken. Jack it up here a little bit. Okay, there's that one. There's that one. There's that one. It's missing that one, so let's keep on going here. There's that one. That one's missing. I'm trying to get this. Just keep spinning here and eventually. Jack a little bit. Let's see what we got there. There's that one. Nope, not yet. See what we got there on that one. There's that one. There's that one. There we go. We got her now. Nope, too much. Right there. Alrighty. There we go. We got her now, guys. There's that one there. Make sure you put 2 washers on each one. There. Washer here. Alright. There. And then 2 washers on that one there. Alrighty. And like I said, just keep doing this right here. See, once it gets past that little lip there, guys, you ain't got nothing to worry about. Once it bottoms out just like that there, you're good to go. We'll go ahead and get my impact here. We'll tighten all these down, and we're going to start putting the pulleys on there. Alrighty, guys, I went ahead and got the mower here put back together now. I went ahead and tightened these here up. What I like to do is I like to tighten this here down first, and then once I get this tightened up, these are still kind of loose, I pull it all the way to the outside edge, because that's the way this one is. This one's all the way out to the outside edge. So when you do it like that there, it makes sure that the belt is exactly in line. You can, you know, if you want to, I have done this before in the past. Let me find this level here and I'll show you guys. I'll show you guys exactly what I'm talking about here. This level might be a little bit too longer, but you can do this on them other ones. On, you know, when you on them other mowers, see, they're a whole lot longer. I see this one's too long, but you can put a level on there all the way down through there, and that'll kind of help you make sure you get them lined up as well too. But other than that there, I'll tighten the belt up on it tomorrow. I'm gonna go ahead, and since I got all my tools here out, like I said, it's getting kind of late. I think it's around 10, 11 o'clock, something like that there. I'm gonna try to take and try to see if I can't get this side here and there real quick. I hope you guys can see. Just make sure you guys can see. I'm gonna try to go ahead and get this side here in as well. Find all my nuts and bolts and all that kind of stuff. Get all this stuff here. There's only 2 there. Did I set them up there? No, I don't set them up there nowhere. Unless they're laying down in here. See guys, this is all that damn grease. I definitely gotta clean this out real quick. See, that's just a big glob of burnt grease from that this damn bearing went out here. And like I said, I'm gonna leave these covers here off. Just clean it right here, clean it off a little bit behind there. And then, like I said, I'll take the pressure washer to it. And then, like I said, guys, this side here, same thing. I'm gonna jack it up here. Since that side there is in there a little bit better, this side here should hopefully. Let's see this one. Sometimes you gotta get it just right. Go. Let's see where we're at here. Oh yeah, we're way too high. Let's see what that does. Yeah, still way too high. Let's see what we got there. Yeah, a little bit more maybe. About right there. Yeah. Right there's pretty close to where we gotta be at. And I'm gonna go ahead and try to get this ring. Try to get this ring here lined up as best I can. Because if I can get this ring lined up, okay, I see it's all the way on the bottom here. So we gotta take it all the way around here. See about right? Yeah. Okay. So now I know that's where that needs to be at. Go ahead and get this. Go ahead and clean this here out now while I got it here. Ow. Damn it, that hurt. There we go. Piece of damn barbed wire there. Make sure I still got this in here where it goes. Yep. There we go. There we go. Okay. All right, guys. Let me clean this here off real quick with a rag and get that piece there, and then we'll take and go ahead and pull this other section out over here, and we're going to clean the bearing housing and all that. Because the other side over here, it wasn't nowhere near as dirty. The other side over here, it wasn't nowhere near as dirty, but we got to take and we got to pull all this apart here. I think is that the new one or not the new one? Oh, I think I put the new one on another shaft over. I can't exactly remember. come out of there, and then that one there, it's still on that shaft, so. Gotta get the snap ring out of this one, get the impact, take them off. There we go, got that on now. Put these back over here. And pull this out. Like I said, I had to order a new one of these because man, that thing here is really in there. I have to wind up cleaning it off here real good. I'll tell you what else it could be too. It could be where I was beating the hell out of it, trying to get it out of there. Because what I had to wind up doing is I had to wind up taking and get it out now. It's definitely down in there good. Bunch of damn crud in there. Let me try to work this here out, guys, and get this snap ring here out. And then once I get it out, once I get this snap ring out, like I said, I'm gonna have to, like I said, beat on this over here a little bit more to free it up a little bit. Try to get it freed up, and then once I get it freed up here, we'll pop this out, put that new collar piece. This piece here, this is the new one I got, or did I put the new one in the other one? I think I put the new one. I might have put the new one in that other side over there. Yeah, that's what I did. I should have put the new one on this one, but I didn't. But it'll be fine. There's nothing wrong with this one. They're exactly the same. So let me get this snap ring here out, and then once we start putting the bearings in here and get it done.